In this video, I'm going to tell you what I liked about the Gunfight PS4 exclusive alpha. Hello and welcome. I am Amedeo602, and if this is your first time on the channel and you want to improve at Call of Duty, start now by subscribing and ringing the notification bell so you don't miss out on tips, tricks, and tactics to make you a better player. In the background today, we have a few different gunfight matches. If you'd like to see a video talking about gunfight strategies and tips to win more games, let me know in the comments, and maybe I'll make a series on that. What I really want to focus on today, though, is my top 5 list of things I really liked about Gunfight. First off, we have the map design. I thought the layout of the maps was pretty good. I really liked the nice, vibrant colors in the maps. Overall, this was of course just a very small taste of the maps that we're going to see in Modern Warfare, but I was pleasantly surprised. As far as the size of the maps, they could be a little bit bigger, and we could work a little bit on the lines of sight coming out of spawn. But all in all, I thought the maps were all pretty good. I also really liked that Blast Shield was enabled by default in Gunfight. I feel like grenades and tactical equipment shouldn't be the deciding factor in most matches. It really should be gun skill, in my opinion. With that said, a well-landed grenade could still do quite a bit of damage, and if you stuck an enemy, well, they were stuck and they were done. Going into the full game release of Gunfight, I would like to see Tac Mask enabled by default, or whatever the perk is that increases resistance to tactical grenades, because I felt like the tacs were a little bit too strong. But we're going to talk about that perhaps in another video where I talk about the areas where Gunfight could be improved. I thought the time to kill seemed really good in this game. Enemies die when you shoot them, unlike in certain games. I'm not going to name names, but I really do like when the enemies actually die when they're shot a few times, as opposed to putting 7, 8, 9, or 10 shots into someone to get a kill. The headshot multipliers in this game were also higher than what we've seen in the past, at least in recent Call of Duty games. Headshot multipliers seem to be around the 30 to 50% range for most guns. Now, I don't have any hard numbers and I didn't do a lot of testing on this, that's just kind of my gut feeling. I also thought that the weapon variety and balance was actually really good. All of the guns felt very strong to use, with the exception of the first day of the alpha, the M19. And I was pleasantly surprised when the M19 caught a buff partway through the alpha. In fact, I remember saying, well, this M19 is really the only weak gun. And then the next day they buffed it, so good job Infinity Ward. Going along with weapon variety and balance, I have to point out that my number 1 item on my wish list for Modern Warfare was no specialist abilities or weapons, and we had none of that in the alpha, so I am very happy about that. Going into the alpha, a lot of people had concerns that the game wouldn't feel like Call of Duty, and this was primarily based on that initial Gunfight stream that we got to watch a few weeks ago. The movement to me felt just like Call of Duty once I got used to it. Yeah, there were some moments in my first couple of games where I felt like my character was just stuck in molasses or I couldn't move fast enough. But once I got adjusted, it really did feel like Call of Duty. The connections were pretty good for an alpha, although we did have occasional dying around walls, things like that, but you're never going to get rid of that in Call of Duty. All you can do is hope to minimize it. And I didn't feel like that happened very often in the alpha, so good job on that, Infinity Ward. The rest of the movement system, the super sprint, felt great. Regular sprint felt great. Now, we could of course do with some tuning to sprint out times. I felt like they were a little slow, but again, we're focusing on positives in this video. All in all, I had a lot of fun in Gunfight this weekend, and I'm looking forward to playing more Modern Warfare in the multiplayer beta this September, as well as the full game once it's released on October 25th. And if you're looking forward to playing Modern Warfare as much as I am, and you want to improve at Call of Duty, start now by liking this video, subscribing to the channel, and ringing the notification bell. And if you're on PS4 and want to play with me live on stream, all you have to do is join the Amedeo602 PS4 Community. What about you? What were your favorite things about Gunfight? Let me know in the comments below. As always, thank you very much for watching.